Hari Om. Om Shri Ganesha Namaha. Om Shri Hiranyagarbha Namaha. Om Shri Mahavishnuve Namaha. Om Shri Mahadeva Namaha. Om Shri Mahadurgaye Namaha. Om Shri Rama Rama Namaha. Om Shri Sadgurave Namaha. Om Samastha Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashakritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Lokashankaram Sadashivasamaramбhaं Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru-paramparam Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti-bheda-vibhagine Vyomavad-vyapta-dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Shankaram Paramanandam Brahmanishtam Yatishwaram Bhashya Bhrantiharam Vande Shuddha-jnanaikabodhakam Om Namah Shivaya 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 Namah Parvati Pataye Har Har Mahadev Hari Om Hari Om. We'll begin with the Shanti Mantra. Om Bhadram Karnebhih Shrunuyama Devaah Bhadram Pashyemakshaviryajatraah Sthirairangaih Stushtuvaagam Sastanobhih Veshema Devahitam Yadayuh Swasti na Indro Vruddhashravah Swasti na Pusha Vishvavedaah Swasti nastaksho arishthanemihi Swasti no brahaspatir dadhatu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. We shall chant from mantra number 15. एतस्मात् जायते प्राणः मनः सर्व इन्द्रियाणि च खं वायुर्ज्योतिरापः पृथिवी विश्वस्य धारिणी यत्परं ब्रह्म सर्वात्मा विश्वस्यायतनं महत् सूक्ष्मात् सूक्ष्मतरं नित्यं तत्त्वमेव त्वमेव तत् जाग्रत् स्वप्न सुषुप्त्यादि प्रपञ्चं यत् प्रकाशते तद्ब्रह्माहमिति ज्ञात्वा सर्वबन्धै प्रमुच्यते त्रिषु धामसु यद्भोग्यं भोक्ता भोगश्च यद्भवेत् तेभ्यो विलक्षणः साक्षी चिन्मात्रोऽहं सदाशिवः मय्येव सकलं जातं मयि सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितं मयि सर्वं लयं याति तद्ब्रह्माद्वयमस्म्यहम् हरि ओम. So there is only one supreme reality called Brahma. Other than Brahma, nothing else is there. Everything what we see and experience are all expressions of that one Brahma alone. So from that Brahma alone, everything has come. Etasmat jayate pranaha manas sarva indriyani cha kham vayu jyotirapaha prithvi vishwasya dharini. From that Brahma, prana got expressed, and thereafter the mind, that is the antakarana, and all the indriyas and the 5 great elements. So the entire universe is an expression of Brahma. There are infinite jivas, and their bodies are also expressions of Brahma. So right from Hiranyagarbha all the way to a tiny little microbe, they are all expressions of one Brahma. Brahma alone is present as the seer, as the jiva, and as this world. So I, the jiva, who considers myself as a limited being, who has identified with the body, the mind, I consider myself as the karta, bhokta, jnata. I am given this knowledge that you are not karta, bhokta, jnata. You are Brahma. Tat tvameva, tvameva tat. That Brahma you are that Brahma. And this we have to recognize by contemplating on what the Shastras teach us. So when we analyze even our 3 states of experience, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, the Shastras say that Jagrat Swapna Sushuptyadi Prapancham Yat Prakashate, that which illumines the Jagrat Swapna and Sushupti, that Brahma, that is Brahma, and that Brahma am I. When we know this, we will become free of all our bondage. The three states of experience are from the standpoint of a jiva, from the standpoint of ignorance. When we observe our experiences, we find that we have these three states of experience: the Jagrat, Swapna, and Sushupti. But really speaking, these three states of experience do not belong to me. They are just the three states of our own antakarana. When the antakarana is fully active, when the antakarana is expressing the indriyas, when we become aware of this world through our senses, then that is the Jagrat Avastha. The body, our body is made up of the five great elements, and through this body, the senses function and they perceive this world. Through our brain, our antakarana functions, and we experience joys and sorrows, we experience knowing and not knowing, we have our memories, we have our sense of identity. So, mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankar, the antakarana gets expressed through this body, through our brain. But the antakarana is different from the physical body. So when our mind is active and the senses are also active, we experience what we call the Jagrat Avastha. Then when our senses get withdrawn, but the mind is active, the Antakaran is active, then that is the Swapna Avastha. So in Jagrat as well as Swapna Avastha, there is this triputi, Bhogya, Bhokta and Bhog. Bhogya means the objects of enjoyment. Bhokta is the enjoyer, which is also created by the Antakarana. And the Bhog, the enjoyment. So in Jagrat, Bhogya, Bhokta, Bhoga is there. And in Swapna also, Bhogya, Bhokta, Bhoga. But the Bhogya, the world, is projected by the Antakarana. The Bhokta is also expression of this Antakarana. Bhoga is also the vrittis of the Antakarana. And Sushupti, the Antakarana gets dissolved, the Antakarana remains dormant, inactive. So the Bhokta, Bhog and Bhogya, all of them remains inactive. They merge, they remain one with the Prakriti. So in all the three states of experience, I, the Jiva, who is really that Atma, remains as Sakshi. So I am Sakshi in the waking, I am Sakshi in my dream, and I am Sakshi in deep sleep also. So, Tebhyo Vilakshana Sakshi Chinmatroham Sadashivaha. I am of the nature of consciousness, Chin, pure knowledge itself. So, that I, who is the Chinmatra, who is Sadashiva, who is not different from Brahma, from that standpoint, when we look, when we contemplate, the Shastras say that everything is born in me. Mai eva sakalam jata. Everything is born in me. Everything is the entire universe is born in me. Mai sarvam pratishtitam. Everything is established in me. Everything is supported by me. And mai sarvam layam yati, and everything merged back into me. So Tat Brahma Advayam Asmi Aham. That Brahma am I. That Brahma which is Advayam, which is one without a second, am I. So we have to shift our standpoint. In the state of ignorance, we consider ourselves as the doer, knower, and enjoyer. Then the Shastras say that you just shift yourself, your standpoint from being a doer, knower, enjoyer to just a witness, a sakshi. Doing happens at the level of our body, at the level of the karmendriyas. Even some activity happens in the mind, but I am just a sakshi, a witness. Enjoying happens in the antakarana. Happy thoughts and sad thoughts come, but I am the witness. Knowing happens through the senses, through the mind, intellect, but I am the witness. I am Brahma. Mai sarvam layam yati tad Brahma advayam asmi. Aham. So we have to assert, after knowing that I am Brahma, we have to assert our nature constantly in meditation. So further, the teacher says in mantra number 20, Anoraniyanahamiva tadvat mahanaham vishwamaham vichitram Puratanoham purushohamishah hiranmayoham shivarupamasmi Anoraniyanahamiva tadvat mahanaham vishwamaham vichitram Puratanoham purushohamishah hiranmayoham shivarupamasmi. So that I, who is the Sakshi of Jagrat Swapna Sushupti, who is really that Supreme Brahma, that I am Anuraniyam. I am subtler than the subtlest. Anu is an atom. An atom is very, very subtle. It's very tiny, extremely subtle. Even in a drop of water, there are so many atoms of hydrogen and oxygen. Even in a tiny little sand grain, there are countless atoms. So atom is very, very tiny. Therefore, it cannot be seen with our eyes. Maybe with some special instruments, some electron microscope, maybe we are able to know the existence of these atoms. But Atma is even smaller than the atom, very, very small, cannot be seen through our senses. Though the world is pervaded by this Atma, but it is not something which we can see. Anorani aniyam is smaller than the smallest. But at the same time, ahameva tadvat mahanaham. I am smaller than the smallest, but I am at the same time very vast. Mahanaham, very vast. I am present in everything. Though I am very small, I am present everywhere. Means very subtle, but I am present everywhere. Just like space. Space is also so subtle, cannot be comprehended, but space is vast. So, aham eva tadvat mahanaham, vishwamaham vichitram, and I myself am this vichitra, vishwa, the entire universe am I. When through our eyes, when we look, I feel I am different and the world is different. But when we comprehend our own self, that self alone is expressing as this Vishwa. This Vishwa, this entire Jagat, this entire universe is myself. I am the universe. In Vishnu Sahasranam, the first name of Bhagwan Vishnu is given as Vishwa. Bhagwan has many names. All names indicate that supreme nature of Bhagwan. So in Vishnu Sahasranam, it begins like Om Vishwam Vishnurva Shatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu. Om Vishwam. This entire Vishwa is that Ishvara, is that Brahma, is myself. So Aham, Vishwam Aham. And how is this Vishwa? Vichitram. It is most amazing, most mysterious, most wonderful. And that Vishwa am I. See, I have my own powers. Though I am Nirgun Nirakar, I have my power which is called my Prakriti. I have this twofold Prakriti, the pranas and the Ashtadha Prakriti, the eightfold Prakriti. So through this prana and the eightfold Prakriti, I alone express as this entire universe with infinite jivas and infinite variety. Most amazing, most wonderful. Every day we are coming across some new facet of this world. The more, even when the science progresses, it understands the new beauty of this world. And the finer and finer level we go and understand it, we will be able to harness the power of this world also. Like nowadays, we have this all these electronic items, and then we have come up with these computers, and now we have the invention of this artificial intelligence, which is most amazing, most fascinating, and that is also part of this world. And as we go ahead, more and more amazing facets of this world will get expressed. So, this Vichitra Vishwa is myself. When you meditate with your eyes closed, don't meditate that you are just a tiny little person, but just understand that entire Vishwa, your body, the room in which you are sitting, in which this body is there, the state, the nation, the entire earth, the entire solar system, the vast Milky Way, and so many billions of galaxies around this infinitely vast universe is myself. I am the universe. Vishwamaham Vichitram, Aham Vishwam Vichitram. Puratanoham, I am most ancient. Not that I have just taken birth, but I am ancient. I always exist. I was always existing. I am the most ancient. Puratanoham, Purushaha, I am Purushaha. I pervade the entire cosmos. I pervade everything. And I exist in this body also. And I exist in every body. So I am the Purushaha. And Aham Ishaha. And I am the master, the controller, the Ishvara of this entire universe. What can be greater than this? Most fascinating. Aham Ishaha, Shivoham Shivoham. Aham Ishaha, I am the Ishvara. Hiranmayoham, I am of the nature of gold. Gold means effulgent, brilliant, of the nature of pure knowledge. Because of my presence, my senses have the ability to perceive. Because of my presence, my mind has got the ability to feel. Intellect has got the ability to understand. Chitta has got the ability to retain. Ahankar has got the ability to have a sense of I because of my presence. I am of the nature of pure effulgence, pure knowledge. So I am that pure existence, pure knowledge, pure bliss, infinite. Hiranmayoham, Shivarupam asmi, and I am most auspicious. There is no thing which pollutes me. Nothing can pollute me. Nothing can create impurity in me. Nothing can create papa in me. I am always pure and auspicious. So anoraniyan ahameva tadvat mahanaham vishwamaham vichitram puratanoham purushohamishah hiranmayoham shivarupamasmi. So in meditation, we have to assert ourselves as indicated here. Again and again, because of our past habits, we will tend to identify with our body, consider ourselves as a limited being, consider ourselves of the size of our body, consider ourselves as being born and will die. So these are all false knowledge. The most difficult thing is to drop what is false. False knowledge has to be dropped. And that is our sadhana. Drop what is false. False means false knowledge. And assert your real nature. Hiranmayoham Shivarupam Asmi. Further, the teacher says, Apanipado hamachintya shaktihi pashyamya chakshusya shrunomya karnaha aham vijanami vivikta rupo na chasti vetta mama chit sadaham apanipado hamachintya shaktihi pashyamya chakshusya shrunomya karnaha aham vijanami vivikta rupo na chasti vetta mama chit sadaham apanipadoham achintya shaktihi. I don't have in me hands nor I have legs. In my supreme nature, there are no hands, there are no legs, there are no eyes, there are no ears. All these are expressions, but in me, in my supreme nature, nothing else is there. I alone am there. Apanipadaha aham achakshuhu. I don't have eyes. I don't have any senses. Akarnaha. I don't have ears. But without eyes, I can see. Without ears, I can hear. Without hands, I can hold. Without legs, I can walk. So amazing. This amazing nature can be understood even if we look at our dream. The body, the physical body is lying on the bed and we dream. We dream a garden. We are walking in the garden. We are meeting people. We are talking to them. We are listening to the birds. We are thinking. We are experiencing the weather. All this is happening. And when the dream also disappears, I remain as myself, free from all expressions, In that myself there are no eyes, there are no ears, there is no mind, there is no buddhi, there is no dream, there is no jagrat. I alone am there. I don't have hands, legs, I don't have eyes, ears. Then I myself create a dream, and in my dream, I see, I hear, I taste, I touch. Then I come in the waking. I have a body, I walk, I talk, I hold. So most amazing. And how all these get expressed? Because of my Shakti. My Shakti is called Maya, is also called Prakriti. Mayantu Prakritim Vidyat. Mayinantu Maheshwaram. Maya is also called Prakriti, and the master of this Maya is that Maheshwar, I, that Brahma. So this Maya or Prakriti is twofold, Para and Apara. And through this Para and Apara Prakriti, I alone express as this Vichitra Vishwa, the universe. See, for example, hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen is very combustible, it can burn. And oxygen provides conducive environment for burning to happen, for fire. Without oxygen, fire will not remain. So hydrogen is so combustible. Hydrogen is a gas, oxygen is also a gas. But when oxygen and hydrogen come together, they form a molecule of water. They form water. And what is the nature of water? Water is liquid. Water can extinguish fire. Water can be seen. Water can be tasted. Water quenches our thirst. Water cleans our body and mind. Amazing. So, and that water has got the ability to remain as a liquid. It can also become solid like ice. It can also become subtle like gas, like vapor. So, how this water does all this? Because it has got its intrinsic power. Hydrogen and oxygen have their own intrinsic power to appear like water and to appear in various ways. Similarly, I, that Supreme Brahma, I have great power. That power is difficult to comprehend also. Therefore, the Shastra say, Achintya Shakti. I and my power are not different. I and my power are one only. Not that I am here and my power is somewhere else. It is one. So Maya and Brahma are not different. Prakriti and Brahma are not different. They are one. Shakti and Shaktiman are not different. And that Shakti is Achintya, unimaginable, unimaginable power. what we as human beings know through our limited intellect is very, very less, very, very tiny thing of this vast, amazing universe. We know only a little bit. See, in this universe, the manifested elements, what science is talking about, all that we can pursue and interact with is only 5%. The remaining 95% is unknown, which they call dark matter and dark energy. So the 95% of the world is not known at all to science. And the 5% which is which is remaining, that is also known very, very less. So this entire universe is so magnificent, and the activities which are happening in this universe are so amazing, and the variety of beings who are there are also quite amazing. All these are expressions of my unthinkable power. Achintya Shakti. So without hands I can hold, without legs I can walk, without eyes I can see. Pashyami achakshuhu. I don't have eyes in my supreme nature, but I can see. Without ears I can hear. Aham vijanami. I alone am the knower. In all the beings, I alone am there as the knower. No one knows me, but I alone am the knower in all. Aham vijanami, I know. Vivikta rupaha, and in my supreme nature, there are no forms. I don't have any forms. I am formless. I am free from form. I don't have any structure. I don't have any shape. Vivikta rupa. Na chasti vekta. There is no one else who knows me. The Devatas don't know me. The Rishi Munis don't know me. Other Jivas don't know me. Because other than me, nothing, no one is there. The mind, intellect, the senses don't have the capacity to comprehend me. Senses can see the world, mind can feel the world, intellect can understand a little bit of this world, but the world itself is a tiny little expression of me. एतावानस्य महिमा अतो जायादश्च पूरुषः. In Purusha Suktam it is said, this entire universe with all the beings are just a glory of that supreme reality. That supreme is much greater than all this put together, is beyond all this. So nachasti vetta, there is nobody who knows me. Mamachit sukha sadaham, nachasti vetta mama, chit sadaham. I am of the nature of chit, consciousness or knowledge, eternal knowledge, sadaham, eternally existing, eternally conscious, pure am I. So in meditation, we have to assert our nature. Drop all that is false, drop all that I am not, or drop all that I have assumed myself to be, and assert what I am. न चास्ति वित्ता मम चित् सदाहम्. Further, the teacher says, वेदैरनेकैरहमेव वेद्यः वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम् न पुण्यपापे मम नास्ति नाशः न जन्मदेहेन्द्रियबुद्धिरस्ति वेदैरनेकैरहमेव वेद्यः वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम् न पुण्यपापे मम नास्ति नाशः न जन्मदेहेन्द्रियबुद्धिरस्ति वेदैः अनेकैः अहमेव वेद्यः. I alone am the knower, and nobody knows me, it was said. And again, the Shastras say you should know yourself. The Shastras say that you have to realize yourself. In Brihadaranyaka Upanishad it is said, Atmavari drashtavyaha, shrotavyaha, mantavyaha, nididhyasitavyaha. That one should see this Atma, one should realize this Atma. How? Shrotavyaha, one should listen about this Atma. Mantavyaha, one should reflect on this Atma. And nididhyasitavyaha, one should meditate on this Atma. So how, who will guide us to realize this Atma? The only praman, the only means of knowing ourselves are the Vedas. Vedas are the praman. Through our senses, we can't know the self. All the means of knowledge which we have in this world are all based on our senses. So we observe the world and then we arrive at some understanding through inference, through comparison, through studying the cause and effect relationship. We try to understand this world. But to understand our own self, there are no means in this world. The only way to know ourselves is through the Vedas. Because the theme of the Vedas is that Brahma, is that Atma. Vedaihi anekaihi ahameva vedyaha. Teacher says in all the Vedas, Rig Ved, Yajurved, Samaved, Atharvaved, and all the Angas, the limbs of the Vedas, Shiksha, Nyaya, Vyakarana and all. Nirukta, Jyotish, in all the limbs of Vedas, then in all those granthas which are related to the Vedas, which are dependent on the Vedas, the Dharma Shastras, the Puranas, the Itihas. What is the theme in all these Shastras? Ahameva Vidya. I alone am to be realized. I alone am the theme of all these Vedas. But why Vedas are the Praman? Who has given us the Vedas? Bhagavan says, I alone. That Brahma alone has expressed this Vedas. Vedanta Krit. The Vedas are also expressions of Brahma. Vedas are not the creation of human intellect. Vedas are Anadi Ananta Apaurusheya. Vedas are not written by any human beings. They are the expressions of Brahma. Sometimes people say that, oh, in the state of meditation, the Rishi Munis, they understood certain things of the world and they expressed it. Even Rishi Munis are not the writers, authors of Vedas. They just come to know certain aspect of the Vedas. Therefore, they are called as seers. Like Vishwamitra Rishi, the seer of Gayatri Mantra. He is not the author of Gayatri Mantra. Or in modern language, like we talk about the gravitational law, which was discovered by Newton. Though about gravity, a lot of things are mentioned in our Vedas, but as generally understood, Newton came to know about the gravity. So we call it Newton's law of gravitation. Newton became the seer of the gravitational law. He is not the author, he is not the creator. Similarly, the Vedas are not the creation of any Rishi Munis or any human beings. Brahma alone has expressed the Vedas. So Vedanta Krit, I am the Vedanta Krit, I am the creator of this Vedas. And Veda Vit Evacha Aham, and I alone am the knower of the Vedas. I alone know the Vedas, I alone am the one who created these Vedas. So with this faith in the Vedas, we have to study the Shastras under the guidance of a traditional teacher and know about our own self and contemplate and meditate and realize that self. Na punya pape mama nasti nashaha. I do not have punya and papa. When we identify with the ego, with ahankar, which further identifies with this body, mind, senses, then there is within this antakarana, there is something called papa and punya. When one does follow the path of dharma, Then there is punya, when one does adharma, then there is papa. This papa, punya are also impressions in our antakkarana, which gives rise to the respective results. Papa gives rise to sorrow, and punya gives rise to pleasures. But they are all expressions in the antakkarana only. I am not touched by papa and punya. Na punya pape mama nasti nashaha. I don't have punya nor papa, nor do I have any destruction. There is no destruction for me. I don't perish. I don't get destroyed. Na janma, I don't have birth. Dehendriya, I don't have body or the senses. Buddhi rasti, nor do I have buddhi. These are all my expressions. But I am not then. They are in me. Na aham teshu te mahi. Like the pot. Pot is the expression of the clay. But the clay doesn't get affected by the condition of the pot. If the pot breaks, the clay doesn't break because the clay is different in its nature from the pot. Similarly, I am different from the nature of body, mind, intellect, and the world. Though everything is my expression, but there the expression's nature is different from my nature. What I express as this world keeps on changing, but I don't change. Everything is changing, everything is inert, everything is limited. But I am Satyam Jnanam Anantam Anandam Brahma. So na punya pape mama nasti nashaha. Na janma dehendriya buddhirasti. So constantly asserting my nature is the path of nididhyasan. So first we have to hear about our supreme nature from our teacher, Shravanam. Then we contemplate and gain that conviction that yes, I am Brahma. Then with the guidance of all these dhyana mantras, we have to assert our supreme nature. I am Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi. Mano buddhi hankara chittani naham. न च श्रोत्रजिह्वे न च घ्राणनेत्रे न च व्योमभूमिर्न तेजो न वायुः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहम्. In this way, we have to assert our nature. Pratasmarami hृदि संस्फुरदात्मतत्त्वम् सच्चित्सुखं परमहंसगतिं तुरीयम् यत्स्वप्नजागरसुषुप्तमवैति नित्यम् तद्ब्रह्म निष्कलमहं न च भूतसङ्घः तद्ब्रह्म निष्कलमहं न च भूतसङ्घः. Early morning, we meditate on our own self, which is Brahma. Tad Brahma Nishkalamaham. I am that Brahma without any parts. Nacha bhuta sangaha, and I am not these five elements which keep on changing. I am not them. I am that Brahma which remains same in Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti keep on coming and changing, but I remain same. That Brahma am I. In this way, we have to constantly meditate till we gain abidance in Brahma. More we will see in our. Till then, you take care. Be happy, safe, peaceful, healthy. Do your work, do your sadhana. Listen to the pravachan again. And also, you subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Subscribe, share, comment, so that more and more people will be benefited from these pravachans. Okay? We'll meet again on Wednesday. Hari Om. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Ram. Bole Syavar Ramchandra Bhagwan ki Jai. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.